Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to look into tutorial questions for pioneer status. Alright, as a recap that we have covered pioneer status in the last class. So pioneer status is a kind of tax incentive given to companies that qualify certain conditions. Most likely that the company that produce promoted products or company that involved in promoted activities are eligible to apply for the tax incentive under pioneer status. So how is the mechanism is that the pioneer status company is given 70% of their statutory income as an abatement, right? So when you are given an abatement, right, the amount abated may go into your exempt account, and that exempt account the company can declare exempt dividend, right? So when you have pioneer status, you have 70% income of the statutory income is abated, and the balance 30% will be taxed at the normal tax rate, and that 30% of SI is known as deemed income, right? So there are methods for you to do the tax computation under pioneer status. And when we talk about pioneer status, all right, there are two types of business. One is a non-pioneer business. On the other one is the pioneer business itself, right? So we have non-pioneer and the pioneer ones, right? And we have gone through the example on the deductions, all right, on how to compute your pioneer status, exempt account, and then chargeable income. Okay, so let's look at the first question, question number 1. Darling Sendian Berhad is a company that carries on two businesses. The first business manufactures computer parts for which the company has obtained pioneer status. The second business trades all computer hardware parts for recycling process. The information relating to the business for the year 2019 are as follows. You have pioneer business, business 1, which has a business adjusted income of 1.824 million, right? And is entitled to a capital allowance of 234,000. So that is your business 1, which is under pioneer status. The other business 2, right, which is non-pioneer business, has a loss of 1.144 million, all right, during the year. It has a capital allowance of 156,000 and a balancing charge of 39,000 arising from disposal of plant during the year. In addition to that, the company also have an adjusted rental income from a shop house amounting to 338,000. So compute the chargeable income of Darling Sendian Berhad for the year of assessment 2019, indicating the amount available to be credited to exempt income account. So from this question, all right, you should be able to identify that there are two businesses. One is the pioneer, the other one is the non-pioneer. So let's do according to the step that we have come through, we have gone through before this, right? Step number 1 is to identify what is your statutory income from your pioneer business, right? So let's see here, right? Okay. We have the pioneer business. Okay, so the adjusted income is, how much is adjusted income? 1,824,000. 1,824,000. Sorry? Are you okay? All right. Adjusted income minus capital allowance. So once you have your income, then you can minus your capital allowance, which is 234,000. Right? So adjusted income minus capital allowance, you will have, how much is that, your statutory income? What do you call this? Statutory income. How much is your statutory income? 1,590. Are you following so far? Okay, all right. So from the statutory income, remember that you're going to give that 70% and 30%. All right, 70% and 30%. How much is the 70%? Times 0.7 equals to 113, and the balance 30% is, how much is that 30%? 1,590 times 0.3 equals to 477. So this is what we known as deemed income. Later, all right, when you do your tax computation, at the bottom, you have your deemed income, which is 30% of your statutory income. All right, can you see this here? Kenapa? Hold on ya. Exit full screen. Why am I not seeing speaker view? Okay. Can close this so that it get bigger. Okay. All right. So coming back, you have a pioneer status, pioneer business. You have adjusted income of 1824 minus capital allowance of 234. Then you have your SI. Then from the SI, you determine how much is the 70% and how much is the 30%. All right. So that 113, and then now, okay, so now you have this figure. All right, take note of that because I'm going to rub this out. Okay, let's see that. Okay, you remember this, right? Okay, now let's go into your non-pioneer business. Okay, hold on, yeah. I want to put here 70% SI is 1113. Okay, what about your non-pioneer business? Where is my, oh my God, where's my eraser? So when you do for the second one, you will have your non-pioneer business. Okay, so for your non-pioneer business, what is your adjusted income for non-pioneer? Anyone? What is the adjusted income from non-pioneer? Loss. So adjusted income is nil. Right? You cannot have adjusted income of negative. All right, even though the company is having adjusted loss, so your adjusted income is nil. So you have adjusted loss. How much is the adjusted loss? Huh? How much is the adjusted loss?
1144.
1144. Okay, very good. Right? So we put that here like that. But this one does not go into your computation, yeah? So we just want to write it there. Okay, adjusted income, but you do have your balancing charge, right? How much is your balancing charge? 39. How much is your capital allowance? For your non-pioneer. How much is your capital allowance available?
156.
156. 156. Are you going to use everything? No, right? So it means that you're going to use 39,000 only because your balancing charge is 39. So you don't have to use 156 because otherwise you have a statutory income of negative. So you only have 39,000. So here your statutory income from your non-pioneer business is also nil. And remember that the balance 156 minus 39, the balance will be carried forward to the following year for your non-pioneer business. Okay. So now you have non-pioneer business having adjusted loss. All right. Okay. So go back to your 70% just now. All right. Remember that your 70%, you're going to minus your non-pioneer loss. How much is your non-pioneer loss? You have 1144. Okay. But your 70% is only 113. 1113. So it means that you're going to utilize 1113 of your non-pioneer loss against your 70% SI. All right. So it means that do you still have a balance? How much is the balance? If you have loss of 1144 minus 1113, you will have a balance of 31,000 ringgit. All right. So where does that 31,000 appear? Can you use that to set off against your aggregate income? Yes. Yeah, you can use this to set off against your aggregate income because why? This is a non-pioneer loss. All right. So if you work further, right? So you have SI from the non-pioneer. All right. The board is very small. So let's say from your non-pioneer SI nil, but you don't have any loss brought forward here, right? So it's well, but you have rental income. How much is your rental income? Ah, how much your rental income?
338.
338, is it? Okay. Banyaknya, betul Macam tu? Rental. Then okay lah. And then this one is your aggregate income. So means that nil 338. So you have 338 lah as your aggregate income. Aggregate income, then you can minus your current year non-pioneer loss. Current year non-pioneer loss, where does it get from? All right, remember that the company has adjusted loss of 1144 from your non-pioneer, but from 1144, you have utilized 1113 against your 70% SI. So the balance of your non-pioneer loss is only 31. So this amount, you bring it here, 31,000. Okay, so any approved donation? Do you have any approved donation? Yes or no?
No.
No, so you put it nil. Then what you have here is what we call total income. All right, 338 minus 31, you got 307. From 307, what is next? You plus your deemed total income. How much is the deemed total income? The 30% just now. 30% of what? How much is the 30% just now? I pun dah tak ingat.
477.
477? Banyak Betul?
Yes. Betul.
Ha? Deemed total income? Betul.
477.
Okay, so total jadi berapa? 48784 is what you call chargeable income. Alright, so chargeable income. Alright, so that is for your chargeable income. How much goes into your exam account? How you decide how much goes into your exam account? You have to look at this part. Right, the 70% portion here. So you have 70% 1113 abated, but that amount is reduced by your non-pioneer loss. As a result, that what amount that goes into your exam account is 0. So your exam account for this year is 0. Your chargeable income is 784,000. But 784,000. So this is the answer for your question number 1. Anyone got it correct? Ada tak? Okay, let's see new sharing. I may have your, let's see how the presentation should be. Are you seeing this Excel file now?
Yes.
Yeah. So how it looks like is that for Darling, you have adjusted income. I purposely do not show this. Whoa. Okay, you have adjusted income from your Pioneer 1824 minus current year capital allowance. So you have 1590. All right, and then you go into your non-Pioneer, you have a nil. Remember that you have adjusted loss of 1144. I just write down here so that to show the workings of your adjusted losses. So adjusted loss of 1144. Right, so it means that now because your adjusted income is nil, but you have balancing charge, so you see you utilize your current year CA. So you have 156,000 CA from the non-Pioneer, but you only utilize 39,000. So it means that the balance, how much is that? 156,000. Then you utilize 39,000.
1, 2, 3.
So, you dapat berapa? 1, 2, 3? Apa I dapat? Is it 156?
117.
Oh. 117 lah. Okay, betul lah tu I punya. Okay, alright. So why is this 117 is the amount of your current of your CA that you carry forward to the following year. Why you need to understand this? Because when you do 5 years period punya tax computation, you must know how much is your brought forward figure, how much is your current year CA, how much is available, how much you utilize, and how much you carry forward to the following year. All right, if you look at the my working in previous class, all right, I always show the movement of my current of my capital allowance. All right. So in this case, all right, you have your rental income 338,000, aggregate income is 338. So we got it correct. And then you have current year non-pioneer loss 31,000. How do you get that 31,000? Adjusted loss minus your against your 70% of your statutory income. So you have a balance of loss of 31,000. So let's assume that, for example, if you have the loss 400,000, for example, all right, means that here, instead of you have 31,000, let's assume that you have 400,000 losses. So what happens is that you're going to use 338,000 only here, and the balance you're going to carry forward next year. So next year it will become loss brought forward, all right, to be set off against your statutory income. So you have to understand the flow or the format of the computation so that you do it correctly, right? And then you don't have any approved donations. So here is what we call total income, 307,000. And your deemed income is 30% of your FI. Then you have a chargeable income of 784,000. Okay, this question is only for 1 year. There are two businesses. One is non-pioneer, the other one is a pioneer business. All right, but it's only for 1 year of assessment. So it's very straightforward. So what you want to know is that how much is your chargeable income, and you also want to know your exempt income. Remember just now exempt income is 0 because your abated amount is fully absorbed by the loss from your non-pioneer. All right, so what you want to know is your chargeable income and amount credited. In the case of losses, there's no loss that you carry forward because all losses for the year from non-pioneer is absorbed by the income. All right, in this case, it absorbed by the pioneer as well as by the abated as well as by the aggregate income. All right. So now let's go to the question number 2. What is your question number 2? All right. Question number 2 is a no cheating. All right, no cheating in exam. No Cheating Sdn Bhd incorporated in 2010 and has 2 main business activities, which are manufacturing and trading, right? The company is considering to apply for pioneer status for its manufacturing business starting from 2020, and the company closed accounts on 31st December annually. The relevant details for its manufacturing business are as follows. For you are given 5 years punya information, you have adjusted income from the manufacturing. So you know that this manufacturing business is the one that you are applying for pioneer status. All right, so you have adjusted income, but here you have adjusted loss, right? And then you have capital allowance given for each year of assessment. And then the following is trading. Trading is a non-business, is a non-pioneer business, yeah? So again, you have 5 years period, and then you're given adjusted income. But for the first 2 years, you are having a loss, right? 520,000 losses. Second year, you have 400,000 losses. So now remember, you have 5 years period, and these losses will have an impact on the computation. Additional information, you also have interest income, and you also have approved donation. So when you do the tax computation, I will always suggest that you do the horizontal one, the one that we have just now, all right? So if you were to do that, then you're going to have side by side, then you can see the movement of the accounts, right? So what you do now is that number 1, compute what is the statutory income from your manufacturing business. Yeah, can you do that now, or have you done that?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, kalau not yet, bagus. Buat sekarang. You can do it now. All right. You have 5 columns. All right. You don't have time to nak buat use the ruler ke apa. No. I want you just write the 5 years punya horizontal. 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then starting from adjusted income minus capital allowance. So it means that now, then you have your statutory income. I suggest that capital allowance, you should have amount current year. And then second line, you have capital allowance brought forward. All right, then you have the available amount. Then you can decide how much you want to utilize during the year. Okay. So first is the pioneer status, pioneer business. So you have adjusted income. You have 630. Oh, my board is very small. Set here is nil, yeah. And then you have 460. Here is 750. Then you have 1,100. Remember that when you have a nil here, you must understand that you have adjusted loss, and this adjusted loss is from the promoted. It means that it's from the pioneer business. So the pioneer business losses can only be set off against abated income. You cannot use pioneer loss to set off against aggregate income. Do you get that? Clearly.
Yes.
So adjusted income minus capital allowance. So the first allowance is 140, right? So you have 630. Current year, I put it like that. Then you have a brought forward. I suka brought forward dulu. Right? CA brought forward, CA for the current year. No brought forward, but current year you have 140. So your SI would be, how much is your SI?
490.
Minus 140. 490. Okay. One is 490. This one is, you have no brought forward figure, but the current year is 100. But you are not going to utilize that. So this one will become brought forward in the following year. Right? So here is nil. So here become 100, and current year is 100 also. Right? So 460, you have brought forward CA of 100 minus 100. So you have 260 here. Okay, and then 750, you don't have any brought forward, but current year is 100 also. So here is 650. And the final year you have 180. So you minus 100 minus 920. Do you have this figure? Okay. Kalau you buat macam ni, I suggest that you just terus buat 70%. Senang. Right? You terus have how much your 70% of your SI. So ini zero lah. Okay. How much is 490? 70% you darab lah. Whatever you have. Alright. And then you minus number one, current year non-pioneer loss. Do you have any non-current year? Okay. Cari dulu. What is 490 times by 7? 343, is it? 343, and the non-pioneer, do you have any losses? Yes, you have
No.
520, isn't it? From trading. Trading is your non-pioneer.
Oh, yes.
You have the 520 kan? But you are 70% 343. So you are going to use 343 only. Okay. And current year pioneer loss tak ada. So you don't have anything here. Alright. So in this case, how much goes into your exam account? Exam account tinggal
Zero.
yeah. Okay, for the second year, alright, we do this part first. Second year, you punya SI is zero, so 70% is zero lah. So, do you have any current year loss? Current year loss, you ada 400. Tapi you are not utilizing anything lah because having here is zero. So, you don't utilize any losses from your non-pioneer. Are you following? Loss
Yes.
pioneer ada 400. Tapi
Yes.
because here is zero. So you do not utilize lah kat sini. Ya, sini nil, sini nil. Alright, sini pun zero lah. Right. But in the second year, you do have current year pioneer loss 250. Nampak? Right. In the manufacturing in 2021, you have loss of 250. So that 250 sepatutnya dekat sini. Tapi because you have zero kat sini, so dia akan bawa ke sini. You get that? Dia akan jadi tax here kat sini. Nampak?
Nampak.
Again, your exam income is zero. It's too small, is it? What else? Okay, next year 260. What is 260 70%? 182.
182.
Okay, 182, your non-pioneer is making profit. So you tak ada loss from non-pioneer. Nampak? But you have loss brought forward from your pioneer, which is brought forward from the previous year. Alright, previous year you have 250 pioneer loss, tak guna, you carry forward to next year. But next year you only want to use 182. Alright, so balance dia berapa? 250 minus 182. So maknanya
68.
68. So maknanya kat sini you tak nak pakai 250. You only want to use 180, 182. So the balance bawa ke mana? Bawa ke sini. Nampak?
Brought
Loss.
forward.
Carry forward namanya. Carry forward, tahun tu jadi brought forward. Jangan balik itu. So sini again exempt income is 0. When it comes to the fourth year, 7, you punya statutory income is 650 times by 0.7, you should get 455. Mana? 455. Any more losses from non-pioneer? Tak ada ya. But then you have loss from 68 not promoted, so you tolak lah 455 minus 68. So the balance 387 is the one that goes to your exempt account. Nampak tak? So only in the fourth year you ada exempt income of 387. When it comes to final year, you have statutory income of 920. Compute how much is your 70%. There's no more losses from your non-pioneer. There is no more losses from your promoted or a pioneer status. So in this case, everything goes into your pioneer status, which is
Exempt
income. 920 times by 0.7 maknanya
644.
very good. 644 goes into your exempt income. Do you understand this part?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Then you buat, so once you have kat sini, you dah ada the exempt income. But this portion will not have any impact on your tax computation. Right? Because this one is the 70% abated and this one is to determine how much is your exempt income. Why I do it immediately? Because you dah dapat SI kat sini, might as well compute terus 70% and determine how much is your exempt account. Yeah. So then only the bawah one, alright, at the bottom, under the same column, baru you buat non-pioneer business. Okay, you buat your non-pioneer business, then you compute how much is your adjusted income from your non-pioneer, then plus balancing charge minus capital allowance. Alright, can you do that? You continue je dekat bolen. Tapi but after your exempt income level, alright, maybe you want to leave 2 lines. Alright, make it so that you can differentiate between your exempt income dengan your non-pioneer business income. So I suggest you leave 2 lines, then only you start non-pioneer business. So adjusted income from non-pioneer, then you put in lah horizontally. First year is nil, second year is nil, third year 800, 1.4 and 2,000. So can you just do that first and we see how we can proceed. Sebab dia ada impact of losses. Okay, hold on . Please do that first while I pause kejap. Okay. So where are we? All right. So have you done? So compute your statutory income from your non-pioneer business. So maybe I can share with you Excel. But I'm not sure whether the format is according to my format or not. It's okay. Okay. I think what we did is that, can you see this now? No cheating scenario.
Yes.
Okay. So tadi kita dah buat ni kan, 490, nil 260, betul-betul. Alright. Mana, okay. Kalau Dr. Sawa punya kelas, alright, you see that dia buat 70% tu dekat bottom, at the bottom. So in this case, the difference between my method and her method is just a presentation. Dia buat 70% SI tu at the bottom. Alright. And then you buat minus current year loss semua sama. Alright. So we get the same answer 000,387 dengan 644. It's the same. It's just that instead of having that at the top, Dr. Sawa akan buat at the bottom. In my case, I buat dekat top. So sama je, right? It's just that now you start with your non-pioneer. Alright, nampak kat sini non-pioneer. Your non-pioneer business sekarang ni,
I don't know. I'm having class close the door.
okay. Non-pioneer because the first 2 years having losses, so your non-adjusted income is nil lah. Alright, and then you have 800, 1.4 and 2,000. And then you have your balancing charge only in the second year. Right? Capital allowance for the first year, kenapa tak ada? Memang tak ada ke capital allowance? Okay, capital allowance you have 240. Alright? But because you're having adjusted loss, so patutnya current kat sini 240. Alright? But because you have losses kat sini, so dia bagilah 0 kat sini. Yeah, so because you cannot have 0 minus 240, so that's why you throw 0. But that 240, is it 240? Sorry. 240, yeah. Brought forward, kenapa you kat sini 80 ya? Okay, second year, you have adjusted income is nil, balancing charge of 280, right? Capital allowance for the current year is 200. But you do have a brought forward figure, isn't it? So that's why I punya, kalau I akan buat macam ni sekejap I tunjuk kat you I punya formatnya. So that you can see that clearly. Command Y. I will have my, sekejap nak juga buat format I. Command X, Command V. I akan buat brought forward dulu. Sekejap Command X, Command V. So this one is CA available. Okay. And then I akan insert lagi satu. I punya panjang sikit lah. But you can see the movement of the accounts. Insert. Okay. CA available. How much is the CA available depends on how much is the brought forward figure plus your current year. Then you know how much is available. Then you know how much is actually you're going to utilize. CA utilize. CA utilize depends on how much is your adjusted income. Then anything that is not utilized, you carry forward. So bila you carry forward, benda tu akan jadi the following year, dia akan jadi CA brought forward. So let's say for example, for the first year, you punya 0. Right? Current year CA for 2020, non-pioneer, how much is the CA? How much the current year CA?
240.
Very good, 240. So bila you ada brought forward 0, current year is 240, how much is the available CA? 240 lah. Okay, available is 240. How do you get your available? Brought forward plus current year. So means that based on that, you have CA available 240, but how much are you going to utilize? For the first year, because your adjusted income is nil, you don't have any balancing charge, so you're not going to utilize anything. All right, so your CA, whatever that you have, all right, whatever you available, minus your utilize, you have the carry forward figure lah. Alright, so this 240 dia akan jadi brought forward in the following year. So this one I ambil figure kat sini. Right, so if you look at my working, you can see the movement of the accounts. So for second year, so ini sekarang ni 0 lah kat sini. Right? Why statutory income is 0? Sebab adjusted income 0 plus your minus CA tak ada, so sini 0. Okay. But second year, you have losses juga kan? Even though you have losses, so adjusted income is nil. But you have a balancing charge of 280. So that makes a difference because you have a brought forward figure of 240 and your current year CA is 200. So sini kat anda tak ada 200. Kalau you boleh masukkan 200, you boleh masuk current year figure ni, you boleh masuk siap-siap dah. Alright, based on the information provided, you boleh plug in your current year CA. 200, 200, 150, 150. So how much is available? Available is your brought forward plus your current year. So nampak kat sini kenapa current year negatif ni? Apa tu? Maybe you can mute yourself tak? Ke macam mana? Okay. How much is available again is the brought forward figure campur you punya current year. Yeah, so you have your available amount 440. How much you're going to utilize depends on your adjusted income and your balancing charge. So in this case, you only have your balancing charge, then you're going to utilize 280 lah. Alright, 280. So you're going to utilize that, means that the current forward you are going to, the balance is 160. Alright, how you get your 150? Available 440, but you only utilize 280. So you have a 160 that you carry forward to the following year. As a result, statutory income is actually 280 plus you punya income kat sini kan. Campur how much you utilize lah. So again is 0. Right, and okay, next year you have adjusted income of 800. You don't have any balancing charge. Capital allowance brought forward is 160. Where do you get that 150 from? Here. Yeah, so you can see that 160 here now becomes 160 brought forward in the following year. Right, plus current year 200, so you have 260. So how much are you going to utilize? Available CA is 360. You're going to utilize everything. Why? Because your adjusted income is 800. So you utilize everything. So as a result, you will have this. Alright. Campurkan dengan how much you utilize. So 440. I punya formula pun dah lari dah. Sebab tadi kita buat tambah column. Alright. So your SI for the third year is 440. Do you get the same answer?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so there's no more brought forward in the following year. Current year 150, how much you're going to utilize? 150 juga lah. Okay, so there's nothing to carry forward. So you have 1250 as your statutory income. In the final year, adjusted income is 2000. Then you don't have any brought forward CA, but CA for the current year 150. How much you're going to utilize? Use everything, 150. So you get 1850 as your statutory income from your pioneer status. So if you were to have that, for example, all right, remember that this one is from the non-pioneer business. Kita dah buat tadi kan? Kita dah buat yang tu, okay, kita dah ada non-pioneer and then you have aggregate SI, tak payah. What else? Unabsorbed loss brought forward, we leave it first, all right? We leave that row first. We look at into interest income. Every year you have 80, 80, 90, 90, 100, is it? 80, 80, 90, 90, 100. So then you have aggregate income. Aggregate income is your SI plus your whenever you have that, you have aggregate SI minus your loss brought forward plus your interest income. Yeah, so you have aggregate income of 80. Okay, current year loss. All right, from your non-pioneer, how much is unutilized? So let's go back. Let's go back that, okay, in the non-pioneer, you have 520. Okay, 520, but how much you utilize against your 70% abated? Loss ada 520 and then you pakai 343 kan? Okay, 343 you utilize against your 70% abated. Ingat tak? Tadi kita buat? Okay. And now, alright, you ada balance lagi. 520 tolak 343. Kalau buat 520 tolak 343, you akan ada 177. So, maknanya loss tu ada balance lagi lah. Right? And now you have aggregate income of 80. So, then you can use losses tu lagi 80. Alright, so how much is the balance? Minus 80. So you have available 97 losses that you can carry forward. Okay, so why you only, even though you have 177, but you only utilize 80 lah because your aggregate income is 80. Yeah, so it means that whatever balance that you have 97, you're going to carry forward next year. So next year dia akan appear dekat mana? dia akan appear dekat sini. Okay, dia akan appear dekat unabsorbed loss from non-pioneer brought forward. But why is it nil here? Sepatutnya ada kat sini ada berapa? Ada 97. But because kat sini aggregate income is 0, then we are not going to use that 97 in the second year. So 97 tu kita akan bawa pula ke sini. Alright, nanti kita ingat benda tu. So you kena ingat kat sini ada 97. I tulis je 97 dulu kat situ ya. Okay. Okay, so 80 coming back to the first year, 80 minus 80, and then you don't have any approved donation. Why you don't have? Okay, even though in the first year you do have a donation of 10,000, but because kat sini 80 the minus 80 dah 0. Alright, 80 minus 80 is already 0, right? So you, even though you do have a donation here, you cannot claim your donation. Right, so do not claim your donation there. Then you have your total income nil, but then remember your 30% SI is known as a deemed income, is always be there. So what, how much is that? Is the 30% of your SI first year is 147. As a result, your chargeable income is 147. Okay, anyone not clear in the first year? Normally student akan silap dekat sini. Alright, because dia tak sure how much dia nak utilize. And then dia pergi claim lagi dia punya approved donation. Even though dah 0 rise, you still claim approved donation, is wrong lah. Even though you do have a donation of 10,000, you cannot claim. Yeah, okay. So when we go to the second year, can we go to second year now? For non-pioneer business, you ada statutory income of nil. Yeah. So in this case, your statutory income is nil. So what, even though you have losses kat sini, you tak boleh pakai loss tu. Loss yang you have, you cannot use to set off against your interest income. That is wrong. Yeah, it's not that you have minus 97 kat sini and then you pergi campur 80 dan you dapat 17. That is wrong. Alright, again, that is wrong. So you must have a 0 kat sini. So 97 tu you bawa to the following year. So it's always horizontal like that. Okay. So now you have 80, aggregate income is 80. So mana datang 80 kat sekarang? Where do you get this 80 from? In the second year. Ni mana datang 80 ni? Biru. 80 biru mana datang? How much is the adjusted loss from the non-pioneer in the second year? How much is the loss? The loss from non-pioneer is 400. Okay. How much you utilize against your SI? 70% SI is nil kat sini, nampak? So you tak pakai apa-apa lagi. So it means that you still have a balance of 400, but now you want to use 80. Why 80? Because you want to set off against your aggregate income, which is 80,000. So you use 80, maknanya balance ada berapa? Ada 320. 320 ni bawa ke mana? 320 bawa ke mana? Dia akan bawa ke sini. Nampak? So 320 bawa ke depan, ada 320 in third year. But remember that you also have the 97. 320 plus 97 pada mana? Loss brought forward from the previous year. So you plus 97, you akan dapat 417. Do you get that? Alright, F46. Mana F46? Aku tak tahu. F46. Apa tak apalah, it's okay. Alright. So anyone not clear about 417? How do you get that 417? Alright, is the 320 loss from the previous year plus unabsorbed loss brought forward of 97. Right, so if I were to put it, it's in minus 97 dengan minus 320. So you should get 417. Okay, and then for the year you have 90. Okay, kalau you tengok sini 440 minus 417. Itu boleh, ya. Tapi katalah you ada kat sini 450. You tak boleh tolak 450 kat sini. You kena tolak 440 only maximum. So the 10,000 you carry forward to next year. Alright, so that's how the format works lah. Alright, you don't simply put any number then. So in this case, it's 440. Then you can minus 417 plus 90 from your rental. In this, or from your interest, then you have aggregate income of 113. Any more loss from the current year loss, current year non-pioneer? Tak ada. Because why? In third year, your non-pioneer making a profit of 800, adjusted income of 800. So losses is nil for this year. Now you can claim your, how much you can claim your approved donation. How much your approved donation? 10,000. How much can you claim maximum? 10% of your aggregate income, which is 11,300. But because you only donate 10,000, you claim 10,000 lah. Janganlah claim 11,300 pula. Alright, so that is wrong. So you can only claim 10,000 because that is the maximum of your donation. Then you have 113 minus 10, you have 103, then plus 30% of your SI. Now your chargeable income is 181. Next is your fourth year, you have 1250 from your non-pioneer. There's no more losses, everything has been utilized. All right, and then plus 90 interest income, then 1340, there's no more losses, adjusted loss from the current year, then minus your donation. So for the fourth year also you continue. So the tricky part here is the losses kat sini lah, all right, the losses here as well as the current year losses. So that's the challenge of this question lah. All right, you should know how to make use of the losses and how to set off against your income. All right. So your 70%, I think is clear. So in this case, if you look at the total chargeable income, what you do is that you take the total for the 5 years period. So your total chargeable income is 4065 for the 5 years period. And then the amount credited to account is, how much is that for 5 years period? So you total lah dua ni. All right, so you should get 1031. Yeah, so that is your total exempt income. So when you do later ITA, you're going to combine these two figures. Yeah, all right. So so that is on your no cheating, Cynthia Berhad. All right, it's already 3:30. I think that I have to stop now. How? Do you have class after this? Should I continue with the third question?
Oh, sure, madam.
Yes. But if you have class, you can leave because later you can watch the video. I will continue with question tutorial number 3. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's look into question number 3. Hold on. New share. I nak tengok tutorial. Okay. Question number 3. So the question asks for statutory income. Ni question number 2 tadi, lupa nak baca soalan. Alright, it asks for statutory income from manufacturing and trading. So we have computed that. Amount credited to exempt income and the chargeable income for the 5 years period. Okay, question number 3. Dengar sikit. Yeza Sdn Bhd YSB is a company incorporated and tax resident in Malaysia. In 2019, its board of directors has approved an expansion plan to set up a production plant to manufacture industrial chemical, a promoted product in Banting, Selangor. YSB qualified for either Pioneer or ITA for 5 years. However, the board is undecided whether to apply for Pioneer or ITA. So this is the kind of question that you will see in your final exam. All right, because we give you one scenario, 5 years period, you have to do both Pioneer status and ITA. Then you have to advise which one is better for the company. Yeah. As the accountant of the company, you have been asked to present to the board an analysis of the tax implication of both incentive. Production day is expected to be set on March 1st, 2020. Company close account on 31st December each year. So remember, semalam kita tengok Pioneer status kan, dia punya period is the production day. So in this question, alright, year end is 31st of December. So when your year end is 31st of December, so in this case, which year? 2020. Alright, so means that it start on 1st of January 2020 lah. Okay, but your production day is on 1st of, set on 1st of March 2020. So it means that during the period, January and February, this is what we call non-pioneer period. Right? So with a non-pioneer period, then you have to allocate the losses. All right, if there is any losses or whatever capital allowance, I can fall into this period. But the losses during this period, you're going to set off against your pioneer status first. Yeah, your 70% ability. Oh, okay. All right. So in this case, you have 2020, adjusted income is 1.2, all right, 1.2 million losses. The loss, I mean, for 2020, you're going to divide the losses, all right, 1,200. Okay. 1,200 divide by 12 lah. So monthly loss is 100,000. 100,000 times 2 months. Jadinya, why 2 months? Because January, February is a non-pioneer period. So non-pioneer period, you have a loss of 200. Right? And the pioneer period, you have loss of 1,000. So that's how you divide the losses bila ada pioneer and non-pioneer period. Kalau income pun you divide accordingly lah on the time portion. Okay. And then you have capital allowance. So capital allowance is going to be claimed in the following year in the pioneer period. Interest income, approved donation, and qualifying expenditure. All right. Remember that the question asked for both pioneer status and ITA. So the qualifying expenditure, you're going to use that information when you do your investment tax allowance. All right. So for the purpose of pioneer status, you are not going to use that information to compute exempt income and chargeable income under pioneer status. All right. Determine the tax relief period. So you have to show me lah the tax relief period from 1st March 2020 until 31st of December. Then you have 1st January 2021 to 31st December 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. And the final period is from 1st January 2025. Good. Is it? Up to 28th of February 2025. All right. So it means that you have, is it 2025? 2020, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 lah. Yeah, 5 years period. But in this case, the question only asks for 4 years period. Okay. Oh, I have to stop lah later by 3:45 because I have another meeting, proposal defense. All right. Please help to stop me in 10 minutes time. Okay. All right. Then prepare an analysis. So now in this case, first you have to do your pioneer status. All right. But in this case, all right, you have one business only sebenarnya. All right. In this case, the company only have one business. It's just that for the first year, 2020, you are the non-pioneer loss. All right. You have non-pioneer that will affect the computation. All right. So in terms of the preparation, you do your adjusted income. So 2020 tu you akan ada nil. All right. 2021, 10,000, 7,000, 3,800, 1,000. And then capital allowance for 2020 because you're having adjusted loss. Right. So your adjusted income is nil. So the 8,100 you carry forward to the following year. Right. So the income CA brought forward. So the following year, currently ada 3,100. How much available? But how much you utilize. All right, so the presentation is a bit different. What else you have? 3,001. Then you continue lah. Then you can determine how much is 70%. All right, so in this case, you only have the promoted activity. Right. So do you have the idea how to do the question? Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Yeza. Let me see Yeza. Okay. Okay, tax relief period is from 1st March 2020 until 28th of February 2025. Okay, pioneer status. Adjusted loss of 1,200. 200 is from non-pioneer. And then 1,000 from the pioneer period. So 2020, pre-pioneer, you have nil. Adjusted income is nil because you're making losses here. All right, so the losses will be used to set off against for year 2020. Ada dua period lah. Ada two business. One is non-pioneer, the other one is the pioneer. Non-pioneer refer to pre-pioneer period, which is the losses of 200,000. So for 2020, for your pioneer period, again, is a nil because why you have adjusted loss of 1,000. All right, and then capital allowance current year is 8,004, but this 8,004 you're going to carry forward. So here, if you look at the format here, this one is not my format. All right, kalau my format macam mana, I akan tunjukkan brought forward, I akan tunjukkan current year, I akan tunjukkan how much CA available, how much CA utilized, how much CA you carry forward. Right, some students or some people find it very time consuming to do that, but I prefer that because I can see the movement of my capital allowance. All right, so that I do not have, I will minimize my mistake lah. Okay, so if I were to do that, all right, example here, if I were to amend benda ni, all right, I would just take whatever I have here. Okay, balancing charge ada ke tadi? Tak ada. Alright, command C, I cuba letak dekat sini, command V, right? So there's no balancing charge, right, for the question. Tadi you all tengok mana? Are you seeing at my?
And then we can see.
What do you see
We
now?
can see
Excel or
the
question?
question.
Oh, I duk tunjuk I punya Excel sebenarnya. Tak payah share I punya Excel. You all pun tak cakap. Mana Excel? Tiba-tiba sakit perut lah. Okay, nampak ni? You see this Excel now?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
this is okay lah, the tax relief period. So you have to list down. Kalau I akan buat year by year lah. Alright. So you nampak the first is 10 months. Lepas tu 12. Lepas tu the last is 12 months. 2 months period. Right. And then I mentioned earlier that the 2 months period is a non-pioneer period. So the losses 1,200 tu, you akan ada non-pioneer 200,000. Alright. During the pioneer period 2020, you ada loss of 1,000. Right, so this is a pre-pioneer period, so means that this one is the non-promoted lah. Okay, adjusted income, in this case you have nil, 10,000. So kalau balancing charge ni, ada balancing charge ke? There's no balancing charge information, but current year, alamak, I've been signed out lah, because it's being used by Dr. Sarwa sekarang ni. Okay, are you still listening?
Yes.
Baik, patutnya dah tak ada tau. You have been signed out. Macam mana tu? Sebab Dr. Sawa dah nak buka yang baru dah. Okay, I think that I will have to stop here. I want you to do on your own. So next class kita check and then we go into investment tax allowance. Alright? Ataupun next class, because I dah buat pre-recorded on the investment tax allowance, I may just share the ni. Sikit lagi cakap dengan Sawa. Sikit lagi. Okay? So I have to stop now because I have another meeting that I need to use the Zoom session juga, the same account. All right, so I will have to stop here. I'm sorry, but I believe you can do this, right? Can you have that answer, all right, in the next class, all right, so that we can continue your investment tax allowance. Okay.
Sure, madam.
Yes.
That I have to stop now. I thank you for your participation. Please do the tutorial question again so that you are familiar and it shows that you really understand the topic. Definitely in your final exam ada pioneer status dengan ITA, and I think that the marks is 30 marks. So if you do well here, all right, you already have that 30 marks in your final exam. Yeah.